Hey everyone, Leigh Goldstein here from 10-Minute Trades. Welcome to the weekly Market Movers video preview. This is our trade room schedule, as well as a look at all the events that we feel will move the futures markets in the upcoming week. So let's get started. Keep in mind, please, that all times are Eastern time. All right, we'll start the week with the 10-year note auction in the trade room at 12:30 p.m. on Monday. And then at 9:30 p.m., we're just going to be watching the Australia Business Confidence Report. No trade room. I've been watching it for the past couple of months. It's only had about 9 ticks of movement last month, but it has been increasing in its impact. So I'll keep an eye on it, see if it starts to move any better than that. Tuesday at 2 a.m., there's the British Average Earnings Claimant Count report. That's their jobs report. I just wanted to give everyone a heads up that there's also a German CPI report being released at the same time. It's always possible there could be spillover from that German report, so you might want to increase the bracket on your British report by a couple of ticks to make up for that possibility. Just keep in mind, be aware that there is a German CPI report at the same time, and the British earnings claimant count is an official DMM report. 5 a.m. we're also watching the ZOO Economic Sentiment Report being released. That's a German report that really moves well on the DAX. Not a great mover on the Euro, but I do like to watch that report to see if anything changes. Our first big event of the week is Tuesday at 8 a.m., the core CPI family money trade. That's going to be a margin event also, as brokers will raise margin on that potentially volatile report. We do have some real good setups for it, and it's also our YouTube stream of the week. Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. we'll be back in the room for the 30-year bond auction, and then we'll be back at 4 p.m. for the API crude oil report. Wednesday at 2 a.m. we'll be watching the British GDP manufacturing production. That's not an official report-based event. We'll be back in the room at 8 a.m. for core PPI on Wednesday. That is also a high margin event where brokers will be raising margins because it is potentially a volatile report. And then we'll be back in the room at 10 a.m. for crude oil inventories on Wednesday. And then at 1:45 p.m. for the FOMC statement. The New Zealand quarterly GDP at 6:45 p.m. We do not have a trade room, as the New Zealand dollar 6th end does have liquidity issues on many of their trades. So we're keeping an eye on that to see if it's going to be possible to trade in the future. We'll be back in the trade room on Wednesday at 9:15 for the Australia jobs report, and then we will watch the Chinese retail industrial production unemployment rate report at 10 p.m. Not in the trade room, as that has not been an impactful report on copper. But again, we're keeping an eye on that report to see if it starts moving the market. Thursday, we'll be back in the room 7:45 a.m. for that very potentially volatile ECB main refi rate, their bank rate decision. We'll stay in the room for U.S. retail sales, unemployment, Empire Manufacturing, and Philly Fed. That should be an exciting 4 news event trade. And then 9 a.m. we'll be back for capacity utilization, industrial production, which is on watch. What that means is we've been trying to find a good setup for that report. So it may not be a trade, but it certainly will be educational. And then at 10 a.m. we're back for natural gas storage on Thursday. Friday at 5 a.m. there's a European CPI report that we're just watching. No trade room, that's on the Euro. And our final event in the trade room on Friday will be preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment, 9:30 on Friday. That's a pretty volatile, exciting report. So I'm looking forward to all the events of the week. Certainly the FOMC statement, Australia jobs, and CPI and PPI. A lot of exciting events this week, so definitely find your way into the trade room for education and trading, learning how to become an appointment-based trader. Leigh Goldstein here, signing out for 10-Minute Trades. Hope you're all having a great weekend, and I'll see you in the trade room.